Remember some weeks ago, online, there were stories about a certain group, a gang of a sort, calling themselves Shatta Mafias. In fact, out of interviews, in fact, persistent and consistent interviews with Vimbas TV, these guys became very popular online. You go anywhere and someone is calling you about it. Oh, so who are these mafias? What are you guys doing about it? In fact, in a day, if I tell you the number of messages I get from fans and people who are concerned about what we are doing about these so-called mafias and how to them, whatever they were doing came out as tarnishing the image of Shatta. If you care to know, you'll be so surprised. Everywhere you go to, people will be asking questions about this. Of course, because we didn't know them, and I think I've said it here before, that in the Shatta movement camp, there is no knowledge of anybody in the name of mafiaism, because that is not what the team does. The team is into music production, musical performances, and other businesses of Shatta, including Shagzi and Roadmaster's delivery. So as it stands now, anything mafiaism, someone should rather explain. But we also know that as media people, anytime we are doing our work of projecting a certain story or a certain trajectory, we have the necessary information. We do our background checks before we do that. So when we realized that all these information came out from Vimbas TV, then we decided to follow the legal way, the law way, the lawful way. Because one, in Ghana, if you think laws are not working, then it means you have not fallen into any trouble before. Or if you think the police system or the police force is not effective, then it means that you have not also engaged them in any way before. I keep saying, and I keep telling people all the time, those who have been hearing me saying this, I know they will not be surprised to hear me say it again. If Ghana police is not interested in your case, you are lucky. You can sleep. If Ghana police is not interested in your case, you can sleep. But if they are interested in your place, you can go back to your mommy's womb. They'll find you there. That one, I trust them 100%. If they are interested in your case, I'm telling you, you can go back to your mother's womb again. To be born again, they will find you there and fish you out. So, because of these things and how sometimes some of these things disturb the kind of business we do, because there are some corporate people who would want to deal with some individuals and personalities and some firms. And when they hear some of these stories, they don't feel comfortable coming close. So to me, as the manager, I felt it wise to at least follow it up and to ascertain if indeed there is something like that happening in the camp. I contacted my boss, aka my artist Shatta, and after consultations with him, days into weeks, we decided that, okay, let's find out what really is going down before we take any action. The first place, because we want to follow the legal way, because we want to be lawful, we decided to go report to the police that this is what we are hearing. A group of gang, young people calling themselves Shatta Mafias, being projected by a platform, an online platform that is really effective. Of course, if you have been following social media and you like the showbiz thing, you cannot tell me you don't know Vimbas TV. Vimbas TV is known. They are famed for what they do. So we decided to follow up to at least find the editor, presenter, manager of the channel to help us locate these guys. If indeed there is something that we would need to settle with them, then we do. So a report was made to the Accra Divisional Police Headquarters about a distress that we were in, because there were some threatening messages in their delivery as well. Personally, I remember in one of the videos, the guy, as in the Vimbas TV, talked about Sammy Flex, and the guy said, oh, Sammy Flex, we know what he's doing, we know what he's doing, and he should take his time, blah, blah, blah. All those things came out as threats, and we understand how the law works, and we understand how some of these things mean. If people start speaking like this, you need to take cover. If people start speaking like this, you need to watch your back. If people start speaking like this, then it means all is not well. So if you have a solution to this, you look for the solution. So we went to the police station, reported officially to them. As a matter of fact, I led this conversation, as in going to the police station to make a complaint, to make sure that everything in consultation with my boss Shatta or with his directives, I led this particular conversation, and we went to the Accra Divisional Police Station to let them know that there are a group of young guys going about saying this, but because we don't have access to them, And there is a presenter, TV channel owner, online TV channel owner who has access to them. At least they should invite him. So he helps us to get closer to these people to find out what really the problem is. And if there is any conversation thereafter, we can have it. So, of course, the police also lawfully invited a gentleman. I'm sure even the week that they invited him, he could not make it because he said he was having some running stomach, he was having some issues, blah, blah. He wanted to come with his lawyer, and the lawyer needed that time to be free, blah, blah, blah. So they allowed him that, okay, if you cannot come, the following week you should come. The following week, lo and behold, Tuesday, the gentleman that's in Vimbas TV, he's also called Frank. He made appearance at the divisional police and investigation started. And according to the police, the investigation that they were doing needed some more time. So they needed to at least keep him to help them the following morning, to help them do the rest of the investigation before they could give him bail. And indeed, he was detained. And I want to believe that as I talk to you now, he's been given bail. So, but the investigation is ongoing. So to those who care to know, this is what really happened. This is what really happened. And if you understand how today's media and the social media thing works, you would get it clearly that, one, what we say online, they have the influence and the impact to make and to unmake. What we say about others, especially in this media space, they have the power to make and to unmake you as well. And especially when it is coming from a point of no truth, when it is coming from a point of falsehood, when it is coming from a point that you cannot be so sure about, then it becomes necessary that you move in to look for solution. And especially when it comes with threats from individuals that you might not even know. Because let me be very honest, those people in the video, if I see them passing by me, I wouldn't even notice them. I wouldn't even notice them because I still don't have knowledge about them, except someone or two people who are telling me, oh, we know them, we know them, we know them here and there. We did not have any knowledge about them. So we decided to go through at least the lawful way to find out, because the last time something happened, a man of God prophesied that Shatta was going to die on his birthday and nobody did anything about it. Shatta wanted to play along to see how the law would react to it. Unfortunately, the law reacted and it fell on the negative side for him. He had to go to jail for some days with the pastor and those involved. So this time around, knowing that if you don't make any move, the law might not protect you, we decided to make a move for the law to protect us. And that is what transpired. So I know many people might have heard this story, and I don't know how the interpretation may go. What this means is that at every point in time, we all have to be responsible and know whatever we are doing, the repercussions, and those who it is likely to affect. And again, this is also not to mean that there is any bad blood between Shatta movement and the media. No, there is no bad blood. After all, those who are applying their businesses rightfully and objectively, they are going about doing their own thing. Nobody is chasing anybody for anything. But to project some of these things, to project threats, and even in the video, some of them were talking about some criminalities that were done some time ago, including gun firing and beating of others. All these things, I'm not sure anybody would want to condone. So the team needed to do what was right at the time. So to us, I know many people would want to know indeed what happened. Yes, so the gentleman was invited to the police station. The police started their investigation, but because of time, they needed to detain him at least. At the moment, he might be on bail, still insisting and continuing to assist the police on what they are supposed to do to get to the bottom of this story. So I'll be keeping you posted. I'll be keeping you updated as matters continue. I want to believe somewhere from next week, we'll bounce back to it because of some holidays here and there within this week. Next week, we'll bounce back to it, and as and when it continues, I'm sure going to give you guys the update. But all is well. Everybody in the team is fine. Yesterday, we had a blast at the YFM area code. I'll be giving you a full reaction and report on the performance later. But for now, let's handle the issues with the police and Vimbas TV. When that is done, I'm sure in my next video, I'll be talking about YFM, the concert, how Shatta Wale was able to give a revival of the YFM area code and more. So keep tuned in here on Sammy Flex TV. If it is Shatta movement stories, then here is where you get the authentic information. Stay tuned and get some more. Saying thank you once again to Digital Rasta. He's also called Currency, who is doing my camera for me. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. If you want real information, updates in our showbiz industry, and especially from the official camp of Shatta Movement Empire, you have to be here. Subscribe to us and let's do some more. Watch out for the next update on Vimbas TV versus Shatta Movement Empire. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm out of here. Bye.